Oh, I think, injuries are about like for us like they are for everybody. I mean, they mount up as the season goes on, and we've lost some critical guys. We lost Tom Schnur with a pretty severe knee injury, and we really hate that both for us and for him. One of the most promising young players in Europe, but they'll get him fixed back up and he'll be ready to go. But it makes us pretty thin at linebacker, and we're pretty thin in a lot of areas right now. But I think that's pretty true of most of the teams in Europe at this point. Well, I thought our team played really hard. I thought we showed a lot of courage and character, as did the Swedish team. I complimented them after the game. I thought they were a very, very classy, good football team, and proud of our guys for finding a way to win. Technically, there are still some things that you look at in film, you just shake your head at. We're not very good at it yet, and we've got to keep working on them until we get them straightened out. And they really run through every phase of our game. Well, I think Prague is a team that, as you said, has gotten better, and I thought going into the season that they would be a team that would be very difficult to play. And frankly, earlier in the year they probably didn't play as well as they wanted to, but it looks like they're playing very well right now, and they'll be a real test for us. Offensively they do some things that are a little different, and they have very good skill players, and it'll be a very tough game for us. Well, it is another step in the road, but it's an awful important one, and I think playing in the European Championships, for all the flaws there are, and there are some. I mean, it's very difficult to get games, and money becomes a factor. But all that aside, it's a great opportunity for us as players and coaches, and it's the top teams in Europe, so it's very prestigious and very important to play in it, and we're proud to be once again in the Final Four, and we've been here. It's our fourth year in a row in the Final Four. We'd like to go one step further, and that won't be easy because in Berlin we play a veteran team that had a coaching change in the off season, and frankly didn't start their season as well as they wanted to, but they're playing extremely well right now, and will be a very, very difficult opponent. Well, of course, this has been kind of a rocky road that we're on to this point. There have been some issues off the field, and we've had a lot of injuries to deal with, and so it hasn't gone as smoothly as we had hoped it would at this point. But all that aside, we do have another chance to get together as the Austrian national team. It's always special, and the players involved always make it that way. And really, in this camp, what we want to do is we want to really get more involved in our special teams. We haven't done any work on that this year. Try to get that organized and get the players a good feel for it before we get into the Charity Bowl camp itself. Want to look at our offense and defense and start taking a first look at our Charity Bowl opponent, Rose-Hulman, which we don't know very much about, and don't know, frankly, we know a whole lot about them after the camp either, but we'll know a little bit, and just get started in that direction. It seems like the World Championship is years and years away, but it's right around the corner. You can hear it knocking on the door, and it's a very exciting time, and it's our job to be ready for it, and we're going to sure try as best we can to do just that.
Offensively against the Crusaders, we were able to move the ball and put points on the board early, which was a nice change for us. I think we went and scored 5 touchdowns on 5 drives to start out the game. We hit a couple little roadblocks along the way. The Crusaders were a great team. They had a real outstanding front four and some good secondary imports. We moved the ball, we scored, and I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Max Tower's a real young, upcoming wide receiver. He had to step in and fill a void because we decided to go with our 2 defensive imports in this game and Chris Gunn. I thought he came out and played as well as you could ask a guy to play. He's a big target, and he understands the system pretty well. The Prague game is the same as every week. We want to go out and play as well as we possibly can and come away with a victory. Our goal for the offense down the home stretch here is just to keep improving on our schemes and try to still find a run game. You know, it's real special and it's really a challenge to go from being in the regular season in the AFL and then all of a sudden just jump right into international playoff level competition. I thought our guys handled it wonderfully, and you know, it's just real enjoyable to be over here and get to coach against some of the best teams in Europe.
Es war wirklich toll zu sehen, dass unsere Offense nach diesen zwei etwas, sagen wir mal, nicht einfacheren, aber deutlicheren Spielen gegen die Black Lions und die Bulls auch gegen diese gute Defense von Anfang an wirklich angezogen hat und wir von Anfang an gute Big Plays scoren konnten. Das Run Game, mit dem Run Game sie ehrlich halten konnten und am Ende des Tages wirklich ordentliche 41 Punkte aufs Board gebracht haben, den Ball bewegt haben, wann wir ihn bewegen mussten, crucial First Downs erzielt haben und insgesamt glaube ich ein Total Team Effort. Auch in der Offense waren wirklich viele verschiedene Namen, viele verschiedene Spieler involviert, angefangen von Armando, Wolfram, Herde, Max Dauer das erste Mal wirklich groß aufgezeigt, einer aus dem Nachwuchs und Giants 2 kommenden, wirklich sehr promising jungen Receivern, die wir haben. Philipp Sommer mit am Catch, Dominik Sechi hat einen Carry gehabt und war mehrere Snaps im Spiel. Also es war einfach auch schön zu sehen, dass die Tiefe der Offense und die Tiefe auf unseren Skill Position, in die wir großen Stolz legen, etwas aufgezeigt hat und das gleich auf internationaler Bühne und das war toll und darauf können wir sicher aufbauen. Aber wir wissen auch alle, dass wir für die nächsten Spiele jetzt und für den Stretch noch einmal der Final Push kommen muss und wir noch einmal den nächsten Schritt nehmen müssen und auch durch Adversity und manchmal durch bessere Defenses durchkämpfen müssen, um kontinuierlich den Ball zu bewegen und unsere Defense vom Feld zu halten.